Wondering. Hey, Silver Moon, how we doing? Another fun day. Oh, come on now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, not too bad. Just midweek. Wanted to make sure that I didn't slack off on my pumpkining. No, what happens if I do is I get lost and then I don't reappear and it's a pain in the butt. So, hey Karen, hey Revol. That can sit over there for now. I still want to try this thing for clay, but first I gotta get these two pumpkins pumpkified. I'm hoping that's not losing air, but whatever. Oh, cool. Mine is still sitting up there in partial assembly. They are a good little model. Some point in time, I will get back to it. The trouble will be finding out where I left off. I just re-whipped my batch of stuff. It only had a partial bit of garp on it, so. After a fashion, yeah. I guess I got two on here that I got going, and then I need to shoot the full tutorial for the beach ball. As far as I'm concerned, it is a superior method, especially if you're just beginning with this. The garbage bags are a pain, but anybody can get a beach ball at the dollar store. Especially with the summer, warmer months coming. Just trying to make sure I don't get stuck in a rut. When I start binge watching something or something else happens and then I vanish for a week or a month or 6 months or 8 months, you know, the usual. Yep, also a great time of year to get pool noodles. Another staple for Halloween crafting. Just watching the new Harley Quinn show on HBO. As soon as I realized it was a comedy, it was pretty fun. One of these days, some genius will figure out how to do this with either minimal layering or find some way to make layering not essential. And as much as I've always wondered if you can go straight to paper clay, I just don't think it's wise. Hey, Clara. Yep, doing some pumpkins to get back in the swing of things before I embark upon more ambitious projects. This year I have a lot of tombstones to do as well. So, you know, all that good jazz. Because we are, ever since a couple years ago, we threw out our older tombstones, and we only have so many of the newer tombstones, and so I need to fix up the gap in that. Yeah. I like doing tombstones. They don't take too much work. Unless you're trying to make them really fancy. And I've got to make 2 fancy ones. But the rest can just kind of be tombstones. And there's always the factor of how much light is actually cast on them, because you can work your butt off for months on a tombstone. Then on Halloween night it gets, you know, half a second of a glance from somebody, and then that's it. And you worked yourself stupid for next to no gain. And then you become a militant haunter sitting out there going, "Look at my stones! Don't you dare walk out of here! Get your phone out! Take a picture! Come on!" Yeah, I agree, dude. The overlapped paper is just such a definitively more solid form to build on. The material's much tougher. And the only other sort of stuff I've been thinking about playing with is I've been saving my dryer lint for like a year and a half now. Because only haunters do crazy crap like that. But I have a theory that if you took dryer lint and you mixed it with paste sauce and maybe a little bit of the drywall joint compound, you might have something that's pretty good. No. But that remains to be seen. It's on the back burner in the testing phase. And then if it works, that means I've got to go around to every single laundromat in the area going, "Hey, when you empty out the dryer lint, can you give me a call? Take it off your hands for you." Layering is still the slowest, suckiest part of the process. My brain's kind of moving right now with what else could you possibly use? I'm just checking this. I mean, yeah, there's only so much of it, but I don't know. this paper clay just seems so rock solid, but I can definitely see those layers of paper I got on the back. Harumph. Things to think about. Always things to think about. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Should put some weight in the bottom of this thing. Hey, little container of sand. Get in there. That's better. That will work. Eventually, I might get a stimulus check. I might invest in a little streaming system for up here. It's entirely based on being in the craft room / upper floor. That might make a lot of stuff easier. Hey Goliath, how's it going? It's not a bad day. Just watching the new Harley Quinn show. And I realized I'd been sitting on my butt for too long. And I wanted to get back up here and get working on these pumpkins so my mache paste didn't turn into rancid bacteria water. I salted it, but it's only got so much lifespan, as we know. And it can get kind of gross. I'm not into gross mache paste. I also slept in stupid late today. This is definitely a school break. I want to make sure I get some stuff accomplished in. Tomorrow is winter tires off the van. And getting a new inspection for it. Been printing out some of the skulls from the video game Sea of Thieves because they look excellent. The problem is my printer keeps clogging. It's really ticking me off. Thinking I need to increase the heat on the filament a little bit more. We'll see. just want to not have to unclog the damn thing every other print. It's getting real old. Hey, Pearl. Excellent. Glad you're getting going with the remodel. I've been hemorrhaging too much cash to be doing much with that. I gotta call the Town of Norwich assessor tomorrow and say, why are my taxes so high now? And grievance day is in June, so I may be stuck with that for another month. We'll see. And I've started doing my taxes. Always fun. More so now that I've got the house and I get to fill out yet another form. Yep, it was an increase. My payments used to be a nice, happy $829 a month, and then they went up to like $1,000 a month. And consequently, I've been having to cut back on a lot of things to help me make that. Well, not too much, but it's still just aggravating as hell. I like watching my savings go up and up and up and up, and now my savings are plateauing. And then I get a car repair or something, and I have to dip into them, and then they don't plateau, they go down. Oh boy. So in that regard, at least, I kind of miss the apartment. Because it was considerably cheaper. But I didn't have much room to run around in, so catch-22. True, there is that. I think one of the other things right now is that a job came up for a biology teacher in a nearby town called Whitney Point. And with the state of the school right now, I don't know if my program will be around. There will be something, I'm sure, but it won't be what I had before. And if I had the old apartment, I could have applied for that job at Whitney Point. Been back to teaching regular school, quote unquote. But with the house, I don't have that option. So, yeah. First world problems, I guess. And in the many years, equity will be built up on the house. So when/if I sell, I'll make more on it, but still. I'm not too worried. Things will turn around soon. I also have not gotten a single stimulus check yet, so I am owed a little bit for that. Yeah, if it was a commute, I would be driving probably an hour there and back every day, or at least to be like my current commute, at least 45 minutes. It would be miserable. So, meh. One of those little life's curveballs. Hey, Trav, how's it going? Back in the saddle for more pumpkin stuff. I just gotta find something to do with all those fireworks chemicals I've been hoarding. I doubt I will be using them. My current setup does not lend itself too terribly well to explosions and light. Here's just hoping this year doesn't rain or COVID on us. So last year's numbers were way down. Still fun, but numbers were down. And we got to practice the forever rain plan, which is move the haunt into the garage. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna need some tunes here. Echo. Play Dracula by Rom Zombie. Check things up a gear. At least in my brain. Half size. I've got 2 prepped currently, and when I go to make the actual video, I've got 3 more beach balls downstairs. So I have no idea how many I'll actually kick up. I mean, I've got that one in the back there that's just ready to go. Just needs more painting. But when I do a tutorial, I want to do a full, all the way through on one. I mean, there's not much more that's that different except for the form that we're layering with. So, that and the soft smoothing method. Because that's another thing I will be doing somewhat extensively. And I really want to see how this thing makes clay. Assuming it does. If it doesn't, I wasted some cash, but whatever. Everybody gets to waste cash on things they think might be cool. Hey, Rachel. I'm doing all right. Trying to get a little bit more zip in my mood. Because when you have that, these things get done faster. And all I want to do is get the clay out and make faces and do real stuff. We're stuck on layering for a while. Nothing for it. At least we have 2 pumpkins to layer, though. And that way we'll have 2 pumpkins to make some cool faces on. True that. True that, Goliath. As long as you're not going totally overboard. I didn't think a stand mixer was going totally overboard. Seemed like a good idea at the time, and I've yet to test it. Does a good job on mache paste, though, so there is that bare minimum. It is certainly better than the hand mixer for that. And I don't find that I really need to whip up batches of paste in like 5 gallons like some folks, because it's just me working 1 to 2 pumpkins, possibly 3 at a time. I actually want to make another mask similar to the branch wraith mask, but I want to do it with one of those Sea of Thieves skulls. I'll take some 3D modeling and some 3D prints that don't fail on me to pull off, but we'll see. Oh, we've been full-time school ever since things kicked off, and some of our kids have been hybrid, some have been full remote. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Because with our clientele, it's like, all right, you need to zoom in, and then they don't zoom in. And it is incredible that, and I mean, maybe I never noticed this, but computers always seem to develop problems whenever people are being asked to do things they don't want to do on them. You know, it's like, you need to do this assignment. Go to this web page. This web page doesn't work. Well, it works fine on mine. Doesn't work fine on mine. All right, I need to go to this chat site. Oh, it works fine. All my friends are on this. Oh, that one works. What a surprise. I need you to open this game. Oh, I play that game all the time. Works great. Ooh, fancy that. The games and the chat sites work beautifully. The educational programs, they never work. It's odd. Like magic. There's a severe lack of tech support in the educational programming world, apparently, because none of our websites work. And also, they couldn't have picked a worse time for Adobe Flash to go kill itself. Like all my best demos that are interactive and cool are not functional anymore. It's like, really? You picked this time to do that? Good job, assholes. Echo. Play Dance with the Dead. Let's volume that down a bit. I think the main trick for using this as a primary crafting method will be to make sure you're careful with your clay layers, since the beach ball does not allow for drying through the innermost layer. Everything has to dry through the outer skin. At least until you remove the beach ball from the inside. Mm. I gotta do something with those little mini pumpkins that I did for the Pumpkin Sentinel and never really used with it. Sure, I'll think of something. Yeah, but just remember most of the rest of the time I'm not doing pumpkins. I'm stuck with other stuff. This is my joyful spring breakation. Where I finally get time to work on stuff. Could do that potentially. I kind of want to incorporate them into some sort of larger pumpkin tree vine. We'll see. I'll let Halloween get a little closer. Oh, I want to see how well I have to spread my stuff around the yard this year. Also wouldn't mind learning how to do a little bit of microcontroller programming. Get some proper heartbeats on the skeleton chests. Brains just going all over the place. So many little ideas. Put up a great big hollow mesh for projections in the yard. Get some skeletons and ghosts on that. We'll see. Still gotta make those burial totem things. I'll get some pool noodles for that and some more PVC pipe. Oh, so much to do. Many things to try. I was a little tired tonight. I think I overloaded on carbs too much for dinner. Track nothing for it. I know I overloaded on carbs for dinner this evening. This whole area. Oh yes, definitely got witch orb printed. I don't think I'm going light on Halloween. It's just a matter of I'm making the mistake right now of thinking of all of the projects. In fact, we have a significant modification of the witch orb, which is the clear version, which really lights up beautifully, if I do say so myself. So yeah, got them printed. Just fill them up with light source and fluff, drill some holes in the top, hang them with your choice of what the hell ever you want to hang them with, and they're good. Looks like a good project, Goliath. Cloaked Reapers sound really cool. And Pumpkin Spider is always an interesting Halloween mishmash. We've been using a fairly good UV light to blast on me the last couple Halloweens, and that made the witch orbs really ignite this year, especially the transparent ones. So that's why I've got a whole bunch of those ready for greater deployment this coming year. I've actually been trying to chat with my buddy Don the last couple of days, but haven't been able to reach him. I don't know if he's in a slump or what. It happens. Times when I get down in the dumps, just Don't respond much to messages. We'll see if things even keel out. Probably do something like this faster if you had like a cardboard press. You got pre-made hemispheres. That would really only be good though if you had like a serious market for it. In fact, I know where you could probably get those. They make them for fireworks all the time. Of course, a mortar of this size would have, you know, the same impact as like a tank shell. It cost a small fortune. Two 6-foot toy soldiers sounds like a massive project to me. Oh, you gotta go light and horn. Sorry, I completely misconstrued that. Well, there's an easy way to fix that. You just pumpkin head the toy soldiers, put bats in the tree, and leave it up from Halloween till Christmas. And if anybody asks, you say it's a Nightmare Before Christmas theme. Recently got myself a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck because the art on it was very beautiful. That'll work pretty well. My buddy Don and I have joked about that before. Throw all the skeletons and stuff out. Alright, Halloween stuff's up. Oh, it's Christmas. Throw Santa hats on them. Yeah, it's Valentine's Day. Take off that Christmas hats, put some hearts on them. Nope, it's March. Put leprechaun hats on them. It's Easter. Give the skeletons egg baskets. There's actually a hero house just down the street here. and they put up a couple of skeletons around their front yard and a bunch of Halloween stuff. It was like, they've got those, it's like a porch with a roof over it and posts holding that all up. And they had on their front door 2 skeletons hanging up with a bunch of fall paraphernalia. And I'm really hoping this is because nobody died in the house or anything, but those skeletons stayed up all throughout Thanksgiving, all through Christmas. It was like mid-February before I saw them taking down. It was like, that's the hero house. They are keeping their decorations up, but they don't care. And like I said, I just hope it's not that the owner died or something and didn't take the decorations. Hey, Aqua, how's it going? In the midst of layering, the most tumultuously time-consuming part of the whole process. I've been appreciating the vagaries of the Wi-Fi lights that you can hook up, because you can make them any color and alter their brightness by voice command. Like the windows in my upstairs rooms, because I can make them whatever I want at a yup. Sorry to hear that your old dog passed. But yeah, puppies are certainly off the wall. It's walk time. It's walk time. Alright, I'm sick of looking at it for a while. We're going to switch up briefly so I can maintain some scenery. Echo, pause. Back in a sec, I'm going to grab something else to occupy my brain with. Looks like I've only got 3 of them. Thought there were more. Nope, I'm not going looking for them. Oh. If I ever have cracking, I like to whip up some epoxy and just slather that inside the cut. It's the only thing I trust to hold it all together. I have some Plastidip, but I still haven't even used it to date. So, definite maybe on that, but go with epoxy. Yeah, what Goliath said. Glue it is not. Alright, I didn't stain the bottom, and that's fine. Yeah. Epoxy is my choice. It's not terribly expensive, does the job. Strong as hell. I gotta turn the house heat down. It's a little warm up here. I had to pull my fan out of this room because one day the one I had in my bedroom just said nope and stopped working. There. Where'd those towels go? Down there. Here's a shop towel. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a toothbrush. I don't see mine. So be it. Very few things will actually eat up and screw up the paste. You'd have to be using some sort of nightmarishly strong acid to do that. And most folks don't keep sulfuric acid just sitting around. I mean, usually. There are weird people who do, but so that's the only thing I know of that'll really do a number on mache real fast. And that's just because it's based on a carbohydrate. And sulfuric acid loves to destroy carbohydrates. Yep. Both moisture in and moisture out. little poly will seal that right up. No problemo. Hard brush. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, it was good to switch gears. Epoxy will get heavier the more you add, but if you're just sealing cracks, you will not need to add that much. Because once you add your epoxy, it'll harden like a rock, and you won't have to worry about it anymore. Yep. Yeah. Heavy but sturdy. Super sturdy. You don't really dust with epoxy. Epoxy sort of oozes. Get it into your cracks and be ready to wipe away excess. And try not to get it on your hands. You can do an epoxy surface layer. I do that with 3D prints to take out the layer lines on any kind of fine project, but generally it's far more of a sealant than anything else. It's not bad. Yeah, spar varnish is a lot better for the surface. In terms of time it takes, I like a good heavy pumpkin myself, but spar varnish is much easier. I'm guessing that this one is already done in. That looks kind of like a red colonial one. What do we got here? Those are a little special walnut. Brown mahogany, dark walnut. Definitely not doing white pine. That's red mahogany. Hell no. I think I'll just go dark walnut. What's up, Joy? And the big question is, do I have my little paint thinner container? Yeah, we do. Good. Good. Don't necessarily want to do all these, but I sure as hell want to take a break from layering. Echo, resume. I had some screwdrivers over here. There was a cleanup effort mounted a few weeks ago, and they may have gotten replaced. No, there we go. That can also be a problem if you if you get it shiny and you spray a matte thing on there to take the shine down. Make sure you let that spar completely dry beforehand, otherwise it'll cloud right up. Hey Danielle, I am taking a break from doing incessant layering on that pumpkin because it was starting to make my brain go numb. And I thought I would take one of these dice boxes that just needs some last staining on the witchwood and stain it up. So I love pumpkins, but I can't stand prolonged layering. Drives me bananas. This thing seems really very solid brush. Needed a little fine motor skill challenge. too much on the brush. And spray foam comes with its own ups and downs. I'm still working on that, Joy. I've got to a spot where I'm layering a couple of pumpkins. This thing should be able to do it. That's one of the reasons I got it. It's got a dough hook that'll go on it, and it should make pretty good paper clay. My hope was that with this unit, I'd be able to mix the paper clay for longer and get it to a more fine consistency without having to go to toilet paper. But we'll see very soon. I've got 2 pumpkins in the phases of layering. I am really eager to try it. Doing this right now, I'd kind of kill to have something to do some witchwood on, to be honest with you. Layering is just so friggin' mind-numbing. I'm still using the same paper clay recipe for the most part. The only thing I don't do much with anymore is the liquid starch. I haven't found that it produces any kind of significant result in the final clay, so it's pretty much sauce, drywall joint compound, and insulation floof. Good and effective as always. Hey, Tyson. Yep, we're back at it. I had me a nice spring break and was not going to let the opportunity go by without getting my arse back in the craft room. Craft room was half the reason for buying the house, so frickin' hell if I don't use it. Uh-oh. Part of the stain got behind the gem. That means we have to make it look like it was intentional. I did not plan on that happening. Well, let's hope some of that seepage works in from the other side. It's always good to have a room for your stuff. Particularly if you're paying for it anyway. Here's to adulting. Come on, seep in, you little bugger. Might not, that would be annoying. Oh well. That gives me one more thing to watch out for when I do the gems. If it had just been some other color than the brown of the stain I'm working with, it would have been cool if it was like a blue or a violet. But nope. It's branchy brown. Still no seepage though. Oh, cats are around. If I had to place a bet, I'd say Madge is probably right out behind me in the corridor. And Sam, well, heaven only knows where Sam is. He's probably downstairs at the top of the cat tree. It's one of his favorite spots to snooze. They usually sneak up with me, or at least Madge sleeps in my room when I'm sleeping, but I'm not sleeping right now, so I'm willing to bet she is not in there. But otherwise, they're both doing okay. One of the things I gotta do over the summer is get them into the vet for a little checkup and shots. His Majesty had a bit of a lump on her hind quarter. I doubt it's anything I'm getting. She just bumped into something and it's swollen up. She is not the most dexterous of my fur balls. I wonder if I left it inverted, if that stuff would seep further down. Because I'm pretty sure it's hot glued onto the foil and the gem. Yeah, we'll see. You probably could. And truth be told, if I did this with like a copper, it would probably come out rather nice. I may very well give that a shot. Thank you for suggesting it. I think the only potential problem you have is that you don't always know how the color blends will come out. But I can almost imagine a little coppery sheen on this, bringing a little bit more life to the project. And you got to watch out where it goes on the gem. But fortunately, the gem is glass, so next to nothing will stick to it. And you can always scrape it clear. Be it stain or paint of any flavor. And the only other potential problem is getting the edges of the witch wood. You have a chance to dry brush off onto the wood itself. If your project's all witch wood, that's very much not an issue. But with a box like this, you run a small potential risk. This is a lot of fine painting on these things. Just about done with the wood stain now. Yep. Yep, the only major tragedy is that seep underneath the gem. But, yeah, what can we do? Well, let's get some more light. There we go. That'll be a nice dice box. Ooh. I've never put wax into paper clay because it's a hydrophobic substance and paper clay is a hydrophilic substance. Pumpkin on the left. It's just gonna be another pumpkin. I wanted to get back into crafting at the bottom floor. I didn't want to attempt something huge and massive and crazy and complex. I figured I'll just start with a pumpkin or three. There's the hammer. start too ambitious and nah. Alright, good. I got a nice break from layering monotony. Paper clay with egg cartons. I have not tried it. I would imagine that, I mean, it's effectively the same paper fluff that you get with the insulation, minus any plasticky bits in there, though. So, I mean, I'm thinking about the best thing you can do is use it for crushed plonk for layering, but as far as paper clay, again, it's the same material for the most part. Where's that? Hi, Madge. Come here, Fuzzy Bear. Come on. Oh, so now you're not good enough for me. Okay. All right. Oh, there you are. Hi. Meow. Meow. Good girl. Oh. What are you doing? Want to be YouTube famous for a second, cat? Oh, let's see if we can grab Madge. Hi. What are you doing? Meow. Hi. Oh. Actually, I think I know where she'll hop up and I can get her. Let's see. Hi. What are you doing? You want to come in here? I can trick you in here. Come here. Can I trick you into coming up? Come on. Hi. Come here. Meow. Oh. No, couldn't trick her in there. Hi. Hi. Where can I trick you? Huh? Huh? Well, you're purring very loudly, which is weird. Hi. Meow. Alright, you want some fresh water? No. Fuzzy Bear. Meow. Meow. Hi. No, you are not falling for it. Ugh. Nope, nope. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, there she is. Ah! Gotcha. Oof. Oh, you didn't make that easy. Oh. Woo. Nope, you did not make that easy at all. Good girl. Yeah. You must be in a very friendly mood. Yep, there it is. Here you go. Hi. Welcome to the top of the table. There's nowhere near as much room here as you thought there would be, huh? Let's make sure you have an exit. Hi. Oh, man. Good girl. Hi. How you doing? Oh, it's scary. There's no way to go. There's no way to go. Hi. Yeah. Welcome to the craft table. You're in an area where you shouldn't be able to get in anything sticky or messy. Hi. Hi. You're just going to lay down and take it? Yeah. That's surprising. Good girl. Yes. Good girl, Pussycat. Hi. Yes, you don't want to be up here, I know. Just match. Over here. Silly bear. Come on, that's the way out. Good girl. I got her in 2015. She's probably about 6. I have her and her son. That was good. I didn't know if I'd be able to catch her. She's got a sixth sense for when she's going to be picked up, and she doesn't really want to be picked up. So you gotta trick her just right. There's a couple of spots that she'll move into of her own free will where she can be picked up, but otherwise she will hop, skip, and jump out of it. And usually when she's picked up, she'll be okay with it for maybe 45 seconds. A minute is a little long. And then she's off to do her own thing. Samhain is much worse. He will not stand being picked up for no more than 15 seconds. He is a don't hold me fuzzball. Ooh, pardon. All right. I definitely only have 3 layers on here. Alright, back to layering, a little bit more mentally acute, having swapped projects briefly. I gotta do laundry before I go to bed. Because tomorrow I've got to go out and be amongst the humans. Nice. I would love to be able to have a kitten because Samhain, my younger cat, I should say, he likes to run around and play, and his mother does not like to be chased. So he chases her for a little bit. She runs under a couch or something where he can't get to her, and then he yowls a couple of times because he's lonely and he wants to play. And the problem with that is that at that point, usually I'll grab something to play with, and he won't wanna. He wants to play with a cat. So he won't go after a piece of string or something. Sometimes he does, but for the most time, he just gives the yowl, which is just pitiful to listen to. It's one of those, I don't want that kitty to be lonely. Let's try this. Yep, fur balls definitely have their own bass-backwards logic. Oh, come on. Stay up there. Yeah, fuzzle and pooch interactions are always not always completely streamlined. Usually the dogs are friendly and the cats are, what is this creature? I have no idea what to make of this thing. I had a friend up in Oswego who's got that syndrome. He's got a cat named Zen and a new, I'm pretty sure it's purebred bulldog. And the cat is just like, what is this creature? Yes. Yes, that is hilarious. Yeah. Always makes me think of those pictures you see come across on Facebook every now and then with a little cute kitten going, I am the knight. Till my brain completely melts. That's how many more layers I'll do it. This is like layer 4 for the top right now. The bottom feels really solid, so I think there's maybe 4 layers on that. I'm probably not going to go the full 6, just because I'm finding this very, very right now. I mean, I know I don't care for layering on the best of days, but right now the layering is really tedious. I just want to be making a face and sculpting with clay. I want to be making big sauce lines on here and making it look like that other one. And instead it's add a strip, paint it down, add a strip, paint it down, add a strip, paint it down. Ah! It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done, but does it really have to be done? Actually, it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. It's got to be done. And I'll go downstairs and watch a few more episodes of Harley Quinn. Get the laundry going. And go into my cash savings box because I'm sure tomorrow's car repairs are going to be an ouch. Two new tires. I'm guessing it'll be about $400 with the inspection and the mounting and the dismounting of the winter tires. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. What I need is a small sweatshop of people who actually like doing this to be sitting around doing it. Find some person in town who's just like, I love layering paper mache. I could do it all day, all night. Like, great. Here's 10 beach balls. Call me in a week. So I'll happily mix the clay. And I will sculpt. Oh God, will I sculpt. Sculpting and shaping. Best parts. There's almost one in. Not bad. I have to take a lot of garbage out as well. building up over the winter when it's rough to get out to the dump. Well, music on my headphones, but not out loud, because otherwise YouTube will do their, oh my god, you're playing music. That's somebody's music. They should be making money for that. Oh my god. And rather than the usual, hi, yes, I have permission from these people, do this for all of the 10 claims, for all of the 10 songs, you have to submit an individual claim for every single song now. And I actually had to go for, because the tutorials will have it, but I had to go to every single person that I asked to have permission to play their music. And I had to have them sign a Google document saying that they gave me permission. So I had to share it up and all that. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Because none of the companies will be like, yep, no, it's fine. You got permission from them once, we'll stop harassing you. It's one of the reasons I absolutely despise YouTube's music policies. What are the companies? CD Baby and TuneCore are my two arch nemeses. Because they will claim anything and everything. And demonetize you in a heartbeat. Not that I need the money or anything, but I find it very aggravating that I got permission from these folks and they're still doing this. I know it saves Dance with the Dead, Sam Hain, the Fichter brothers. I know it lets them make money off their music, which is only right, but I mean, I should be one little exception line in their code. Do not bother this channel for this artist. Done. Sadly, we don't live in a sane world. Otherwise, I'd be playing them all. And probably some Jessica Curry, too. Even though she did not give me full permission to use all of her stuff, only a portion of it, I'd have a demonetized video here and there just to play her stuff. The soundtrack for Dear Esther is wondrously haunting. They might be free, but they might still have those assholes tagging them. I'll have to check it out, though. Yeah, I've always been slightly at war with the copyright world. I'm all for the small artists who need to make their cash, but as far as I'm concerned, when you sign on to MGM Records and whatnot, you're doing very well for yourself, and you're doing multiple tours and all the rest, then yeah, you can piss off and let a little pissant YouTuber use your music. Music industry is one of its own strange cans of worms. Tell you one of the ones I'd really love to play. There's a guy named Sam Kim on YouTube who mishmashes various music types together. And he made a blend of Star Wars and the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack, which is freaking beautiful. It whacks all my geek buttons and it sounds glorious. But I knew the instant I played that on here, I would get whaled. Nice. Yeah, props to any artists who help out little guys. I know not everybody can, too. Gotta make the bills. And exposure isn't currency. Alright, let's have a look at this meatball. There's maybe 4 layers. We'll let it solidify. I'm good with that. Paper clay will make the bulk of it. Oh, that form will be there, and I am not touching the other one this evening. It can nod off. Alright, I'm going to try my mute button one more time here and see if it works. Hopefully that muted and unmuted the mic correctly. Okay, I'll leave the aperture to the mixer covered. And we'll just leave the stuff in there. Next time we'll mix it up. That should be good. Excellent. That way you guys don't have to listen to this beast. It's a good monster, but it's a loud monster. How about now? Oh, we do here. Good. Thank God. Looks like my mute and unmute button is, well, you'd think this would be so much easier. Yeah, I added the microphone sound source back to the table, and I shouldn't have had to do that with the button, but whatever. It is what it is. Either way, it's still a good time for good nights. Thank you for bearing with me during that sound hiccup. Yep, it's definitely a sign. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening and keeping me from going mad while adding layer after layer onto this godforsaken thing. Next time we'll make some actual proper fluff sauce and get it going. I'm really looking forward to that. And we'll catch you then. Take care. Have fun, everybody, and see you next time.